My people, picture this. The man who once held the keys to Nigeria's justice system, former Attorney General Abubakar Malami, now stands accused in the very system he ran, facing charges of abetting terrorism financing, while his own son is dragged in too. It's like the shepherd accused of helping the wolves into the fold. And just when the trial was set to kick off, the current Attorney General steps in, takes over the case, and hits pause. This na confirmed street news. Now wetin we hear with the report, but be sure say na confirm. Abeg, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and drop a comment to help us grow and bring you undiluted news. Today, March 4th, 2026, at the Federal High Court in Abuja, this dramatic twist unfolds. AGF Lateef Fagbemi takes over the prosecution of Malami and his son Abdulaziz on 5-count charges of terrorism financing and illegal firearms possession. My people, urgency high. This isn't just elite drama. It's about trust in our justice system, security threats, and what happens when big names face the law. We'll break the latest court move, trace the timeline from arranged to now, explain the laws plainly, and connect it to everyday Nigerians feeling the weight of insecurity. Because attention is pressure, and pressure can force clarity. Please like and subscribe to Confirm Street News for accountability, because when justice turns, everyone watches. Here is the breaking update, dated March 4th, 2026, from the Federal High Court in Abuja, under Justice Joyce Abdul Malik, case number FHC/ABJ/CR/63/2026. The Director of Public Prosecutions of the Federation, Rotimi Oyedepo SAN, announced that the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi SAN, has taken over the prosecution from the DSS. Oyedepo told the court the case file was transmitted to the AGF's office for review, so he applied for adjournment. That alone would have been the headline. But the contrast, this comes right after the court granted bail to Malami and Abdulaziz 200 million naira each with strict conditions like sureties owning property in Maitama or Asokoro, title deposits, affidavits, passport photos, and surrendering international passports. They were remanded at Kuje Correctional Center pending perfection of bail. Defense counsel Adedayo Adedeji SAN didn't oppose the adjournment, but warned if no progress next time, they'd push to strike out the charge. Oyedepo called any strikeout talk futuristic and premature. Trial adjourned to March 10th, 2026. Confusion cleared. AGF takeover means federal review, possibly to strengthen or reassess. No plea taken yet, no trial start. My people, this shift from DSS-led to AGF-led prosecution adds layers to an already explosive case. Now, let's go chronologically because the sequence matters. Abubakar Malami SAN, former AGF and Justice Minister from 2015 to 2023 under Buhari, known for bold moves but now facing serious heat. His son Abdulaziz pulled in too. Story builds from November 2022. DSS alleges Malami abetted terrorism financing by refusing to prosecute suspected financiers whose files reached his office. Then, December 2025, alleged unlawful possession of a Storm Magnum firearm, 16 live Red Star cartridges, 27 expended ones at their Birnin Kebbi residence, conduct preparatory to terrorism. February 3, 2026, DSS arraigns father and son on 5 counts under Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022 and Firearms Act 2004. Court remands them initially in DSS custody. February 28, 2026, Justice Abdul Malik grants 200 million naira bail each, strict conditions, remands to Kuje pending perfection, adjourns to March 4th for trial start. March 4th, 2026, AGF Fagbemi takes over, adjourns to March 10th. Public reactions balanced. For some, it's long overdue accountability. Even former AGF know above law. Supporters see political payback post-Buhari era. For others, especially Malami's base in Kebbi and North, It's witch hunt. Why now? Files old. Why drag son? Online buzz intense. Debates on terrorism financing seriousness versus selective prosecution. Emotional stakes high. Families separated. Reputations online. Insecurity fears real with Boko Haram shadows. My people, this humanizes the saga. Ordinary folks wonder if justice blind or sees faces.
So, what are the rules and laws at play in plain language? Let's break it down. First, terrorism financing charge. Under Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022, Section 26, Bracket 2, knowingly abetting by refusing to prosecute suspects whose files you receive as AGF. It's serious, punishable by long jail if proven. Second, firearms possession. Firearms Act 2004, unlawful possession without license, especially in context of conduct preparatory to terrorism. Counts cover the gun and cartridges at home, no authority alleged. Third, AGF takeover power. Constitution gives AGF authority over federal prosecutions, Section 150, can take over from agencies like DSS for review, continuity, or stronger case. Here, file transmitted for AGF review, standard but rare in high-profile matters. Fourth, bail process. Not automatic reward, mechanism ensuring appearance while presumed innocent. Court granted 200 million with sureties, property titles, passports surrendered to prevent flight. Remand pending perfection common if conditions not met immediately. Fifth, adjournment and next steps. Court can adjourn for review. Defense can apply to strike out if delays undue, but premature now. My people, system built for fairness. Proof beyond doubt, no bias. AGF involvement emphasizes federal oversight, but must prove integrity, no selective justice. Public divide sharp. Supporters of probe hold leaders accountable, no sacred cows. Online calls for full trial. Critics, political vendetta, why son too? Reactions flood with memes and prayers for Malami. The divide deep because Nigeria lived too long with credibility issues in justice. Selective enforcement, powerful escaping, while small suffer. My people, when ex-AGF faces terror tag, trust tested hard. Now, let's bring it down to the real-life stakes for everyday Nigerians. A trader in Birnin Kebbi worrying about insecurity wants to believe allegations serious, not drama. A civil servant in Abuja paying taxes asks if justice reaches high or stops at low. Families of accused feel pain too, reputation shattered, lives disrupted. Wider implication, symbolic moment for governance. Former AGF accused of abetting what he fought. Irony huge. If proven, it exposes gaps in terror financing. If not, questions selective probes. System must prove competence. Thorough, fair, not political. Accountability means no one untouchable. Competence leads to trust. My people, ordinary folks bear the brunt of insecurity. This case could push real change or deepen cynicism. Should the AGF takeover speed up justice or raise more questions about political influence? Because that single question is the battle line Nigerians drawing right now. Drop your takes in comments. Full trial now or witch hunt? Around Abuja courts and Kebbi streets, residents watching closely. Even market women in Birnin Kebbi feel ripple. Waiting concern us if big man face this. Youths online debate fairness, leadership. This hits home. Justice, integrity, security for all. What say you, my people? Fair process or power play? Sound off below. Finally, my people, the river that forgets its source will dry up. Justice must flow clean from top to bottom. Subscribe to Confirm Street News. Drop your comment on Malami trial twists and share this video so accountability doesn't die in silence. We dey here for undiluted truth. God bless Niger. See you next.